The Warragamba Dam is spilling at the moment, but that's not impacting in the river rise that went through earlier. We are seeing the conditions on the river ease. We still have those emergency warnings in place at the moment. The locations around Sackville, Pitttown Bottoms, Cumberland Reach areas, those communities are very familiar with flood and they're comfortable that they have plans in place. Last night was quite a dynamic situation. The observed readings were above what our modelling had indicated earlier in the day, and we made the decision to warn people and give them the opportunity to get out of those areas. However, it's likely they'll be able to return and those warnings will be lifted within the next 12 hours.
Have the SES officers had to attend to certain incidences that are flood related?
It's been a busy time operationally. However, in those locations, we didn't have that much activity. I think the community really knows their risk profile well and makes smart decisions. We did undertake 6 flood rescues yesterday, but my understanding is they weren't related to those areas specifically. There's still a lot of water moving around the state on the eastern seaboard. There's road conditions that are different to what people are familiar with, and obviously being a long weekend, people will be travelling into areas they're not familiar with, and I'd advise them to check the Hazards Near Me app and the live traffic sites to make sure they know their route and know their risk.
Just on that point, what precautions should residents in low-lying areas take?
They should, firstly, understand their risk. Have a look at the Hazards Near Me app. We put out continual warnings and upgrade and downgrade them as appropriate, depending on what the riverine levels are and the risk profile. So be familiar with your area, what's going on, understand what road closures are in place, and have your go bag ready to go if needed. But yeah, we try our very best to get those warnings out well in advance. People shouldn't be surprised. This isn't a 20-minute thing, you've got to go now. We give people plenty of time notice where we can. And the Hawkesbury and Nepean area is one of those catchments we've got really good modelling on, and we've got a community that understands their risk quite well.
Are you expecting more areas to come under evacuation orders?
No, I'm not. No. We expect some of those to be removed later today. We are carefully looking at the flood modelling as it moves down the catchment. There may be other places placed on watch and act, i.e. be ready if something does happen. But the lower we get in the downstream areas of the Hawkesbury and Nepean, the better our modelling is as well, because we've got better data from upstream. We're quite comfortable with where we are at the moment.
All right. Acting Assistant Commissioner of the New South Wales SES, Dallas Burns, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.